right, so I'm here with Miss Tonya from Miss Tonya's Catering and Sinful Delights. And of course, this was supposed to be a birthday bash, but everybody here is dressed up with nowhere to go. What happened today at the Empire Hotel?
Today, there was a discrepancy with my contract. What Angel Raz promised me, I didn't get. My guests were not allowed up with certain sandal wear, dress wear, footwear. My food wasn't allowed upstairs, and I was told that I could have my food upstairs, but in fact, it was my desserts. We had to wait in the lobby while people were still going up. I was promised to have an exclusive party on the rooftop. They insulted the DJ that I hired, the legendary Ralph McDaniels. We were just treated very unfairly.
And let me get this straight. You had signed a contract saying that you were going to be having this party today at the Empire Hotel. There was an understanding there about how many people would be allowed to come upstairs, and understanding about the catering, and understanding about, the number of people and the dress code and all those things. When and how did things begin to break down the day of?
It was the relationship between Angel Raz and the Empire Hotel. He did not let them know, make them aware of what I was doing. And there's certain guidelines that the Empire Hotel, well, actually the rooftop has, where they do have a restaurant and they don't let outside food in. And which I totally understand, being a caterer, there's certain things that you have to, do, whether you have insurance or they just absolutely don't have outside food in. But I was allowed to bring my desserts in. But the music was all wrong. It just wasn't a good atmosphere.
So what has the Empire Hotel done to try to still provide you with the kind of guest satisfaction that I'm sure, it values itself as having? Because, this hotel room, I'm sure, is not cheap. Empire Hotel is going to run you $300 to $400 a night, I'm sure. Yeah. Have they done anything?
No, they didn't. The only thing they did do was give us the table that they said that they usually give for a VIP section. But that was just the table, and they let people move from the 12 seats that were supposed to be in the contract to have after a certain hour. But the other people in the hotel, on the rooftop, was still around my guests. And it was just a very small table, but that was the only thing that they did do.
Now, I was here early to cover the event. I was told that, at first there was an issue with the shoes. And then I had heard mumblings about the men not being allowed to come upstairs alone. And then there was something that I heard about people having to buy bottles. Could you explain to me what happened, and did the stories change from the Empire Hotel side about the criteria for your party members being able to come upstairs and celebrate your birthday this evening?
Well, we didn't know what the rooftop, what the requirements were. It was spelled out to me in a contract with Angel Raz. My guests were dressed appropriately. There was never anything in the contract saying that the men had to have a date to be allowed upstairs, and the women didn't have to buy a bottle for $100+. That was never discussed at all. Nor do I see signs posted about you had to buy only couples only. There was nothing there. So I'm not really sure what type of atmosphere the Empire rooftop really is. I know it's something that I'll never go to again, and I will never recommend it.
And what's the demographic for the people in your party?
They are of all backgrounds, Black, Hispanic, Caucasian, West Indian, and then multicultural.
Now, I smell the food in here. So I'm guessing that, the party was supposed to be like on and popping, apparently, because it was going to be music, the legendary Ralph McDaniels, and then, of course, all of the fine food that you cater. Talk to me about some of the food offerings that you cater, some of the things that are just, as my mama sometimes says, smack your mama good. They just good.
Well, it depends on who you're talking to. I have a cousin named Leon who says that smack your mama when he eats the peach cobbler. Okay. And my father, what is he like? Something about smack your daddy, But everybody, depends on what their preference. Everybody enjoys everything about my food, whether it's the desserts or the actual food. So then there's my famous buttercream, which my friend Ronnie calls the crack cream. And then there's crack butter, which is a compound butter, but everybody here calls it the crack butter. It's very
because addictive. It's that good.
It's that addictive, yep. Yep, exactly. So,
Well, it sounds fantastic.
thank you, thank you.
And I just wish you the very best moving forward. And next year, I'm sure you're going to do it in a big way at a place that appreciates the diversity, the food offerings, and everything that you're going to be bringing their way as far as your food and your friends and family.
Oh yes, it's always already in the works. You know, every year I have a pie and cake tasting. It's always the first Saturday in November. And last year the Love Hotel sponsored me, and they told me that that's my home and I can always come back. So I will be back the first Saturday in November 2012. Save the date.
Now, if people want to find you online, Miss Tonya, where can they find you at? Where are you?
They can find me at www.tonyasinfuldelights.com, and I'm on Facebook. I do have a page, and it's Miss Tonya's Catering and Sinful Delights, and or Tonya.Burrell1.
And could you do me a favor and just tell the people looking at you that they've just been scooped?
And you've just been scooped by Media Scoop.